Bye, Sise.
And my name is Davida Solomon. Member say this program they come to you every Monday to Friday from 6 to 7:30 evening time from studios and Bookfields. And you get the opportunity for joining the conversation live on our Facebook page on Riseradiosl 96.3 FM. Same way so on the internet on www.riseradiosl with support from AfriCell.
Inside the program this evening, we look about the way forward for the Bar Association after the election over the weekend. And Self-President Bill don urging cabinet member them for correct and readjust the action them towards the national agenda as way for able to achieve the 5 big game changer them. And the managing director for the Sierra Leone News Agency don't talk about the current status of the agency and then plans for provide timely and credible news across the country. Then to get the plus other one them all day for you at the program this evening time.
So there with we for the next 1 hour 30 minutes as we go bring you news what's in them with the happening all about the country. Members say you can always be part of the conversation by sending in your text message to the number 077 963 963. The number again is 077 963 963. But first, make we take the rise news summary.
Rise Radio 96.3 FM. This na the use with me, Bintu Sudan Sese. The chief of party for the People to People Peace Building Project, we campaign for good governance CGG and partner them they implement. Samuel Kuroma don talk about the goals of the project where they operate na 5 districts them. As in say, the overall goal na for contribute for tap violence them wey can happen for sake of politics na the country. Kuroma say the project dey empower women and youth them so themselves go get more voice na leadership position them na them different community. In say, thing them wey don dey happen na the country suggest say political violence still dey na Salone.
From 2018 to 2023, we've seen that recent political trends still suggest that politically motivated violence persists in Sierra Leone. Secondly, the current context is also characterized by weak peace infrastructure. So those infrastructure that we think should be managing peace at local and national level, we thought they are looking very weak. And when somebody is weak, there's something wrong.
The chief of party for the People to People Peace Building Project, we campaign for good governance CGG and partner them they implement, Samuel Kuroma say the economic and livelihood opportunity for women and youth them across the country still limited. And in say that they cause big barrier wey include stigmatization and other one them. The National Revenue Authority NRA don end one nationwide training program for reform the payment process for the annual circulation permit levy and income tax where they target staff member them na the Salone Road Safety Authority SLRSA for increased effectiveness na them operations. The annual circulation permit na mandate by Section 11 of the Finance Act 2023, where they for change the registration process for private and commercial motorcar, Okada, and Keke dem. The new online payment system na for reduce the stress and delay working day for them kind registration them. And self they allow people wey get motorcar now for able complete them payments through the SLRSA website or just scan one QR code. Staff them na the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority across the country glad about this training here so. As them say, it don't help for reduce the challenge where them can face with the payment process. You dey listen to Rise News on Rise Radio 96.3 FM. The Chief Executive Officer for National Public Procurement Authority, Fadio Kone say the authority don dey use capacity building as one major way for address corruption issues na the procurement processes. As in say, them don't prove say lack of capacity na one main cause for corruption. Kone say them don't develop one new curriculum for people them wey just take up procurement job them so that them go be guided as procurement officers them. Because in say plenty pa them no get procurement background. In say for achieve wetin in call value for money, they want for move now from just the bidding process to monitoring government contracts them.
We want for monitor how the contract there. Any contract with government give, if you don't give contract for let them go give school and job, we make sure see that school lady we will then prescribe her inside the contract, they able for bill. And the time when they choose the for bill, they bill. So that part there, now contract supervision and monitoring, now part of the thing that we leadership they push strongly for law make sure see one, that contract the way they don't exist. It don't take long, good government no able complete it. We need to know why. Whether a problem from the contractor or a problem from the government, we need to know.
The Chief Executive Officer for National Public Procurement Authority, Fadio Kone say, them team currently they out for monitor key projects them na the country we don't take long term for complete. Now na use but other country them. According to BBC, one health workers union leader na Mozambique don't tell BBC say over 1,000 people don't die na the country because of lack of care as health workers them they strike. The strike by 50,000 union members then begin but 3 weeks after when negotiation for working conditions no work. At least 7 university students them don't die after we them inhale smoke from one generator na one music studio inside Nigeria in oil-rich Bayelsa State. The young man then be the work late Monday night and sleep na the studio where lock and the generator be still lay on. Police suspects say them go don't suffocate from the smoke wey be dey comot from the generator, but say investigations they carry on. That's na news wey come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. My name na Bintu Sudan Sise.
Plenty thank you to Bintu Sudan Sise. We bring you the rising summary of things that really happen all about the country. The time now from the studio clock and now 9 minutes past the hour 6 and the program where they listen to now Yone Salone where they come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Members say yourself can be part by sending in your text message to the number 077-963-963 as well as you dropping your comments on our Facebook page on Riseradiosl 96.3 FM. Inside the program today, we talk about the way forward to sanity within the Yone Salone Bar Association as them we hold the election over the weekend. And for sake of that, we get with we inside the studio, Alfred Commander Esquire, we are the newly elected PRO for the Sierra Leone Bar Association. Welcome to the studio, Alfred.
Thank you.
As well, we get also Andrew Lavali, we are the Executive Director for Institute for Governance Reform. As in day with we for come talk on the report to them poll on the state of CSOs in the country and the outcome of the by-elections. Again, welcome to the studio, Andrew.
Good evening. Thank you very much for bringing me here.
Those are the voices of the guests that will get inside the studio today, and we go on for start the program proper one. Alfred, will go on for start with you. Again, welcome to Rise Radio.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Alfred, for now we set the pace for the conversation. We want to make you give a little bit of background to people that listen to you about within the Bar Association, they bought waiting for and also waiting at the role where the Bar Association they do.
Okay, Fambuluna, good evening. Mina Alfred Commander Sonadoyeri, the Sierra Leone Bar Association, a body we're responsible for. We get the lawyers within Sierra Leone, we the part of this organization. So we primary function basically for defend and protect the rule of law, ensure say we uphold the tenets of democracy and defend the constitution. So basically those are the primary things that we really do as the bar.
Okay, so speaking of democracy and constitution, I want to pull you and take you to the event where it happened over the weekend. So how you go on for time, the whole incidents, the whole elections over the weekend, you go on for time as something where being go on a democratic process? Was it democracy, like it being there in the line of democracy, always to be happening over the weekend?
Of course, it been there in line with democracy. However, it gets a number of challenges, but basically everything what we do been there in line with democracy and particularly the law. So basically what thing happened that particular day, that we move from here and go to Kenema. We don't get the first day when being Friday. We get a very successful session on that particular day, and the very final word from the chairman that the events they begin by 12 the next day when Saturday. So of course we being very much prepared, we don't do homework, we don't campaign very well, so being very determined say on Saturday we dey go and ensure say we elect the president and we the other executive members for lead the bar. And whilst we did it, of course, even before 12 o'clock, we be done there in the hall. In huge number of we be done there in the hall. And we be one starts before 12. But somebody being for raise a point of order when Victor Lansana and state said the chairman yesterday state say this events will begin today by 12. So because of that, we wait until it's 12 o'clock. So
just before we go further, why won't I start before the time where all one be done now in that time for start when at 12? Why won't I start safe even before that time?
Well, basically the hall being almost done full. So if you don't get members already in the hall, now then they will go and take advantage of sell of starts.
But na people them way the country on they look up to una to for abide the laws and regulations them. So why is it that now una been put laws say, or there was a law that was made say the election for the start 12 and then una be feel like say
no, not
it was
the election
okay.
For start 12.
The program was to start by 12 the second day.
I don't say you say we did not start before 12.
But I wanted to.
Yes. But somebody being get for tell we say no, this program for begin by 12. So now going forward, 12, then the program starts by the outgone executive. Then begin in line with waiting in our memorandum and articles of association. Because what we get for know clearly that the Sierra Leone Bar Association now a company limited by guarantee and not by shares. So where we don't start the normal opening courtesies of that day, then will be one move further. Francis Ben Kelfala, when a member of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, began for raise a motion. Because basically with the running of a company, you go by motion if you want to do something. So he raised the motion, say, we don't come out Freetown, we don't come here, a number of other people don't come on other places, don't come here. We be done to conduct elections where like we begin votes by the 8 o'clock na net and it can go say 2, 3, 4. So he said we don't need for go this far today. Because tomorrow.
So that kind of decision there, was it consensuous? Was it like una be consult other member there for each
so
that
basically
decision?
there they go now.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next day, the Bondo Society or something, the women of Kenema be need for common ado, and it was from morning to 12. Nobody know for if you not a member, for the out. So we actually based on that reasoning, they say they go once item number 8 be moved to item number 2.
Which was waiting within item number 8 on the agenda.
Elections.
Okay.
And that was seconded However, somebody objects. So basically, this is how you say it's democracy, it's the rule of law. Somebody objects, so we listen to your objection. Then that equally was seconded. Now, in such a situation, what do you do whilst you run a business at an AGM? You send it back to the members. And we, the members who have been there at the hall, we vote overwhelmingly for make them move item number 8 to item number 2. So after that, the next thing will be for happen, now that we don't move this item to this number 2, we need to get a returning officer. Because the M&A, where sometimes these are the areas that we need to go back as an organization and say, as a company, and say we need major reforms, because I see a number of lacuna na the said M&A, because on the day of election, and that's when they choose the returning officer. And I feel say, and it just say a member, a senior member of the bar can be appointed by the members. So firstly, a senior member in one will conduct an election for 1,200 people. Then it's so fair. However, we've been reached to nomination for this senior member for be the returning officer. So somebody been get for nominate Francis Ben Kelfala. And this not the first time Francis Ben Kelfala don't win the confidence and trust of in colleagues them for may conduct an election of that nature. In Bo, now Francis Ben Kelfala have been the returning officer. Then also the GLC elections 1.5 years ago, Francis Ben Kelfala again have been the returning officer. So after they don't nominate him, it was seconded. So he sang Bemara when a candidate, a presidential candidate, in back being for nominate some other person when a Hindolo give out. But Hindolo give out, being for decline, possibly because consult with them, because if you do things like that, if you don't consult with the person, say, oh, I did do this. But Hindolo give out, say no, he's not ready to do that. And we all been here for choose Francis Ben Kelfala for maybe the returning officer. At this stage, Wara Seri Kamal, Augustine Sori Seng Bemara, then begin chants at the hall, then begin hits the table, and they shout, no election, corruption.
What's the trigger that shout, that chanting there of no election? I mean, and then the scene become chaotic as it described. Now, what's the trigger then?
It's chaotic. So basically, that it's I for explain. So Francis Ben Kelfala been go on stage now and decide say, okay, me one not going to conduct these elections. Make I get 2 other people. So he call Igbenda Kapua and Anta, 1 lady, 1 man. So una come on, can assist me like we conduct these elections. So then bring
provision there for that kind of thing. If that kind of situation arise, where until the returning officer need assistance, and then provision they say for getting assistance, then they.
But we don't give the powers for conduct the elections. Which you expect? I don't say you say one person will go conduct an election for 1,200.
So you've been sure saying 1,200 people in Medina that whole day as at
I
present?
did not say so. The votes at least they show 1,200. Now means say you could get 1,200 people at the hall.
Okay.
Yes. So very important. This is very important. So whilst we did at this stage where Francis don't call these 2 people that don't come on stage, then we get the ballot boxes scam, the ballot papers scam, the booth scam, because our elections are secret ballots. Now they elect the executive members. So Francis being here for dissolve the executive and declare all positions vacant. At this stage, he get for ask for nominations for the position of president. Somebody rise and nominates Tuma Adamachabi, and that was seconded. Somebody rise and nominates Sori Seng Bemara, That was seconded. Another person rise and nominates Warasari Kamal. That was seconded. They're all in at the hall. They did not decline. So now we don't get 3 candidates, and there was no order. So then close nominations. Then now it comes say, now we come to the voting. Of course, then see the huge number where Tuma Adama Jabi being gets na the hall at the time. So then panic. And because of that, then begin attack. They actually literally attack democracy. Then go there, attack the ballot boxes, destroy ballot boxes, destroy ballot papers, attack security people. We go there. In fact, there was one police officer we end up sustain injury in his foot. So this chaos continued for the longest time, but Francis Ben Kelfal been determined for defend democracy and just say the voting continue because we believe say we go only get people for run the affairs of we organization where them vote them through the ballot box. So this continue for some long time. Now me not been there again, basically when they announce the results. The key reason is that there was a colleague when Sigismund Austin Conte, a collapse because he was also a member of Team Warasari Kamal. But now they all be the jump, no election, no this, no that. And I think exhaustion and things like that. It's right for common ado, then maybe in up just by the domots. I see it go down slow motion. But I really not take it serious until we almost one hits in head na the ground. So I go and catch him. Then I come inside now because I tell man and say, hey, when I help law support resuscitate this man. I come inside, I can meet some of him. Man, the way they all now. The Warasari Kamal team then they and tell them say, hey me man, you dip and fets now, look you man don't collapse, let we go help him because me knock out vehicle na boss na me carry it. Oh, left we go, you want can pull me now so that when I go thief the election and this and that if the man the die. So I been get for rush go na do somebody help with in vehicle, we get for move and go na the Kenima government hospital. I did it say until I receive another call now say you get for CAM because nominations don't open for your own positions. So I come now, the time when me they come now I meet the hall not be as full as it been day where been day inside while I left for go with Sigismund to the hospital. I meet a huge number of Warasari Kamal and Augustine Sori Sengbe Mara in members. They don't come out of the hall. So the voting continue. And nominations open. So in my case, they nominates me. It was seconded, and they asked for any other nomination. No other nomination, and I was declared winner.
Okay.
Yes.
And I congratulate you again for that win day. So if you listen to the program Yone Salone, they come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Today now the program for pay attention to the Sierra Leone Bar Association, the election we just don't come out, and a lot of things don't they come out of this election. Yeah, so will be happen this bench. We'll make the talk about and safe back to the end. So another possibility now this whole process here now Andrew Lavalley, we serve now the executive director for the Institute for Governance Reform, and I mean, Andrew, you know you from Alfred really, but from a CSO's perspective, but also as somebody will be really there in that particular venue there. What you see happen and what happen afterwards, stay to what how the term now so the talk so how you will relate this to a democratic kind of setting?
Thank you very much, and good evening, listeners, once more. So I think I've been going at the hall, I've been the keynote speaker. So, and thank you very much for with the bar accord me that privilege they will talk to them. And I believe waiting happen, it really shows there is need for a little check with institutions then. I think Alfred will correct me for the bar is very old. All the legal instruments they wouldn't take for establishment.
We understand that the oldest in the sub-region.
Yes. So because of that,
so now for only set the pace.
Because of that, not only about setting the pace, because of that, the instrument they wouldn't get, the circumstances that overtake them. Sierra Leone is very polarized right now. there is nothing in their instrument where they talk say anybody with party political, not for contest. And where you go now, where you really go now the bar, if you be in another region, Abo in Kenima, you go actually see say the division as alone, you go see them. With organizations they go to for annual general meeting, they're all for day together. Then for go you reunion, they all dance, then share because some then are classmates, some then are schoolmates, some then na batchmates them. So, but that not be. In fact, when me after me statement where I can go, later on another group can join. Kenny might get and dance and Bo get and dance. So it begs the question really waiting to happen. And like how we say that day, political parties and they actually don't penetrate a lot of institutions, from Okada riders, where you go market women, of course, even we within a civil society, small organizations. The two we make this alarming now we clearly see it don't go inside the Bar Association. And we'll look with Alfred, they talk about the role of that association. That association, it's very important for many reasons. And they're not only for keeping because of themselves, they're for keeping for me and you. Right now, the citizens' rating of justice in Sierra Leone is about 36%, quite about the lowest, from where Afrobarometer started to measure about 10 years ago, since 2012. Citizens' rating of police is up about 18.8%. It means only 19% of citizens and then trust the police. The institution will for really be charged with the responsibility of engaging the state for make sure they will get sanity under one pandemic really get forbid the Bar Association. In fact, in other jurisdictions, you can actually see like waiting legal aid board they do. They actually see Bar Associations that they do them. People that will not get money for defend themselves, they not get lawyer. They see Bar Associations in some other countries and they actually come and talk say, will they defend them poor people there? So the bar gets a big task, it gets a big role. And ahead of a crucial constitutional review process, we see say the bar became a playground for party politics. And we see say back the, Alfred will correct me if I'm wrong. So the bar gets minimum 15 appointments they would make, 20 appointments, if not more, different positions, different boards, different committees of government. So it means it's an influential, if one of, if not the most influential civil society group in the country. And so because of that, so government go to talk say, law keep them, opposition go to talk say, law take over. And so it becomes very important. So in that report we actually do background checks on some of the candidates. And we found out, say, you get candidates and we then really much politically aligned. And we're not just the background checks, they actually talk on the radio, say, are they at this party?
Yeah.
And the thing is, before we raise them, nobody feels say it's a problem. But until it happened, before you know, say it's a problem. So you see, for example, we watch Tuma Jabi. Tuma is coming from from Kailaun, from the Boubacar Jabi family. Boubacar Jabi has been an MP for SLPP, and he turned presidential
candidate
aspirant for flag bearer. And Boubacar Jabi, all man know him, say he has been the conscience of SLPP. Where SLPP want go bad, it take drag them to court. The same with Seri Kama. This in Daddy come out Kailan, then the Daddy come out Bombali. SLPP stronghold, APC stronghold. And Wara in Daddy Seri Kama, in Sef Jole Boubacar, he has been an MP for APC, became Attorney General and Minister of Justice, and himself been on to defend a lot of people in our APC. But just like Boubacar Jabi, himself is committed to good values, and for say they defend the poor. In fact, at one point he was the bridge between between the APC supporters and SLPP, because if they talk, if they go across that Wara in Dadi, they then grew up very close to Solomon Barrow and Ajuba. So they go across where APC people and they fall in conflict with the law, they engage as SLPP on that outside. So just cut long story short, so you get, there's nothing wrong for let somebody let join the party. But the fact of the matter is, even we can get denting and we can draw with because we can hang out with friends them, they can all belong to one party. And you not take time, then they can affect your work. So because of that, I talked to two people, Lekwa Kambo, two of them, they also not girl picking them, now woman them, not a girl picking, now woman them. The one talk say, me, I not like this candidate we will vote for, one votes for, but I don't can now at the vote for my party.
This is exactly what I want can now.
Yeah.
Was this really an APC and SLPP affair than it were supposed to be a Sierra Leone Bar Association affair?
Because for let you go, because when they say reunion, when they say AGM, now the time for unite, now the time for bond, now the time when I fall for enjoy. Alfred get in friends them on the other side. So like today, he find definitely competition fine. But when they say annual general meeting, when I for go be, when I go dance, when I enjoy on myself, then when I turn back. Just like how when I can do na sludge. Sludge get internal party. I mean, journalists they're more political than even lawyers if you care to know. But the fact of the matter is it can be managed. But for let you get now, this group get chilling at Bo, that group get chilling at Kenima, then beefing and it actually build up. These are the first bar association election for anybody who be on the follow, with very tense and very explosive. In fact, in other elections, in other AGM, they can just go quietly, then go do the election. So it means it beg the question, decide what we don't do as a country. We they see and say nah, it's a bar association, but it's not just their problem. Now problem where they affect everybody. And you find the more we understand them, now the more we approach them from the point of view of solutions. So you see say where you watch that paper would write on civic space, we call them front groups of political parties. It really find at this end, at this time there, we all go back to the drawing board because waiting Tijan Kababe left Sierra Leone as an open country. From 1999, even though Sierra Leone may at war, but Sierra Leone become a free society. In fact, the world classified democracies into three. You have free societies, you have partly free societies, they get closed societies. So from 1999 on to 2007, Tijan Kaba left this country as a free society. That's so per Kuruma inheritance.
Okay.
By 2013, Sierra Leone moved from free society to a partly free society.
And well, I want for all you a bit. Now we they talk about this political influence we don't happen at the bar association. Now we they see it don't become a two-party thing. We vividly clear. Now with Tumajabi we don't become the winner, and we all know the background of the SLPP angle we come out from, and we made for understand say instead of making class they come out from the SLPP part. You think say this go influence the bar as a whole in a negative or positive way? You think it will become that independent body where everybody they see the bar for be, or it will get the sitting government interference by the activities?
It's possible. It's possible, and I think say it should be checked. It clear say, I mean, even the way Alfred they talk about the conduct of the election, one of the things we really find for acknowledge now the fact say there was a bridge, Motskabin block one bridge, where a lot of people, and because a lot of are not able to know the quantity, because when you talk to one group, you say the majority in NBD out, when you talk to another group, say the majority in NBD in. But the fact of the matter is there was a good number of members who have been blocked, the bridge been blocked on the bow end, where they not be able to come. Under normal circumstance, if na party will only for can enjoy it, even if that part of the agenda, nine for don't discuss, because people be on that other end of the bridge, if I don't talk to law hang on, law waits for a minute, let wait for the let them come. I think say that was not done. And I think, say, the grievance with the outside after this thing, the grievance is so much, and the fine for let we pay attention to them grievances. And one of the things that we really clearly, we a lot of organizations can do, like, for example, organization where they generate Afrobarometer data, and one of the things about data, just pull this information, say, no, 100% of Sierra Leoneans then agree say president be good, or 100% then agree say president be bad. So you actually need integrity. So one part of the thing that they can do with a sign non-partisan bond. So they call an ethics bond. At the time when they established the Bar Association, the challenge they will Salone get now, they don't been getting. So if I as lawyers, and I really encourage like somebody like Alfred, we'll be on the eat now and please. So they can go back about them. And not only the Toma Jabi and the Bogwara, Sierra Kamara, but even the topmost at the judiciary. Because normally the way Salone the bar not get competition. The moment you don't graduate in a lawyer, you don't go join bar school, you clearly join the bar. So now they there all day. In fact, the beauty which I see a lot of them, Wara and Augustine, that they talk say, no, we're not form any other bar. We strengthen with democracy and we make sure say with grievances are being heard.
Okay.
And I think say that day it's a beauty in the sense that under normal circumstances, some people then can go fet some bad fet. But they talk say we get rule of law and democratic processes, and let's try for see how we go.
Before we Alfred, I want for make you up more small part this agenda. So because a lot of discussion they go around the agendas. So now conversation they go around see a whole number lawyers and be stuck for cost go over. You in your own view, not been feel say it was the need for for bid stem for reach the elections and make una for be don't go according to the agenda while it's not try for wait for a landed colleague them for make them cancel. The thing for be free and fair, and also the statements them way. Alleged allegation that they go say no statement and not be made from the General Legal Council, none from NRA, neither from lawyers. When I just rush for go to elections, and the video also circulates wherein them the video the past precedents where they say no even understand what they go on inside the elections because be even don't get reported before the election starts. Waiting like take on and so if like tables were to turn now and have been stuck over now you feel say it right so not just go with the election, so and rather than go with how the agenda be there for make una learn and colleagues then become it today.
Thank you very much for the questions. So firstly, and get for speak to emotions. I speak to the law. Nothing but the law. And nobody no need for faults for where you can late. This is a normal Sierra Leonean thing. Then call you for program by 6 o'clock. At 10 o'clock you can day. Then when you can 10 o'clock, the possibility don't can see the exact 6 or even before that, it can almost look like 9 don't do bad. So no, we get time over respect, and we've been there at the hall being almost full. So basically, where we take decision. And I can take una now to Article 15 of the M&A of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. It reads, no business shall be transacted at any general meeting unless a quorum of members is present at the time when the meeting proceeds to business, save as herein otherwise provided. 6 members personally present shall be a quorum. That's the law. And I don't say you say we been past 300 people at the hall at the time. So we ensure say we didn't at the hall before time. And if anybody tell you say elections begin at 12, that's not correct. Elections did not begin at 12. And the program begin at 12. And before elections they begin, most of the voters be done in at the hall, and all candidates be done in at the hall before the elections they begin. And then in day at the hall, then they will then nominate them, and they accept the nominations, and then read out how we go and conduct these elections. So for me then come and begin to say, oh, Motska been blocked somewhere, this been happened somewhere. This is 12 o'clock. Both town to Kenema, is it up to 35 minutes drive?
It's 40 minutes.
40 minutes drive. So from, if you really, we come for the AGM of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, why you not go take them seriously? So I don't think say there is any reason for fault anybody for start the program at the time where we know say we for starts.
Okay, Alfred, we'll get to come back to you for can talk more on that topic today. Now, we will take the first start of the program. President Julius Maada Bio don urging cabinets them for correct and readjust their actions them towards the national agenda as way for able achieve the big 5 game changers them where it be don't promise Salone people them. President Bio talk this inside 1 2 days retreat in Bo Town where it been the addressing government ministers them. Reporter Alaji Musaba gets more and go now report.
President Julius Maada Bio don't address minister them, deputy minister them, permanent secretaries and other senior civil servant them at the opening of an 2 days ministerial retreat. According to one State House update, the retreat will happen at Galinet's conference hall, Nabo. President Julius Maada Bio urged in cabinet for try for fix, correct and readjust the action for the national agenda. President Julius Maada Bio described this session as timely one, who say a member minister them, deputy minister them, permanent secretaries, and other senior civil servants and say this engagement now for make them deliver the promise we in government make to Salone people them. It is also an opportunity for us to speak hard truths to each other to allow us to correct and recalibrate our actions to advance the national agenda within the limited time frame that we have. This is the essence of the retreat. Now the exact word in this of President Julius Maada Bio, we a member in cabinet, but in government also been a talk on the theme, deepening coordination, collaboration for accelerated service delivery. President Julius Maada Bio urged them for no say the weight responsibility where they owe the country na tranga one. Also he point out say a call on the all for being minister, deputy minister and senior civil servant them for serve the country on contract basis, and they must ensure say them fulfill them at all costs. President Bio talk say in government in first term able for change the landscape of women and participation, pan politics and the economy, and the same way talk about against them where in government make foundational education for picking them and the development of democratic space for acknowledge say inoboku. I put this team together because I'm not able to do this work me one, and at the count on all we there for step up. We then are a difficult time, both economically and socially, and the expectations of we people are very high. But unfortunately, my observation are that some of my team members then look they go silo with small energy for solve the tranga problem them we will face. We must show that commitment for drive change and dandy for start today and now. These are the exact words of President Bio na the retreat. President Bio continue for say, as they all see them now, then forget honest conversation, but then responsibility for deliver on the big 5 game changers, and continue for say, time for excuse and boku long talk, but the problem them done. He say, whenever any cabinet member begin talk about problem, make the cabinet member make sure say, he talk about the solution, but that problem there. Inside the State House update, President Bio continue for say, he no lost focus, but waiting in promise Salone people them, and same way say, if Salone for better, then all as ministers, deputy ministers, permanent secretaries, and other civil servant them for Duam, as they all get for play them part, with unwavering commitment and determination, pan this time of difficulty, as na this take for lead in the time year. President Bio continue for say, he don't get report, but how some minister and deputy minister them, administrative heads and professional heads them, don't they get problem between themselves, and the bond we hold team together, na respect, tolerance, trust, equality, and boku other positive thing them. He say, he put minister and deputy minister them as team, so they go able to achieve the ministerial mandate. Because one person no go able to achieve and deliver all waiting required. President Julius Maada Bio say, no one minister no go able to do this work in one. And say, minister them for pursue the culture of team planning, ensure proper delegation, reduce administrative work, shape the work then at the ministry to other workmen them, so they go able to achieve and deliver on time, for then set ambitious but achievable target them. Me will bring this report to you, na Alhaji Musaba.
As way for inform and update people about the projects we campaign for good governance and in partner them they do. Don't make campaign for good governance and partner them don't call on stakeholders, members them from different organizations and journalists them for go talk about how far the projects don't go. And these engagements be happening at the Vanilla Complex now by the inside Freetown. For more on this, make we listen to this report.
Campaign for good governance na a democracy support NGO Yone Salone. CGG as thinking column. They promote the building of democratic institutions, incorporate transparency and accountability in power governance, and in recent years, CGG don't involve in projects them na diverse areas them. One part the recent projects where CGG they do now are the people to people peace building project. And where it been the talk, Landia Ade Williams, when are the programs manager for Campaign for Good Governance, talk say this project na Campaign for Good Governance to implement them on behalf of USAID through Chakia.
Campaign for Good Governance is implementing this project on behalf of USAID through Chakia, and we are implementing the project in Karine district and also at national level. We have established the mixed multi-stakeholders platform in Karine district, and we have also joined that at national level.
Landia say, wetin dem don't do, now for pick institutions them we focus for promote peace building, women and youth empowerment, as them all realize say, their institutions they are so focused and aligned with their own.
What we have done is to select institutions who focus on promoting peace building, women and youth empowerment. We realize that your focus aligns with ours. Therefore, we are very intentional when we selected you all to be part of the mixed multi-stakeholders platform. We hope to harness from our expertise and our diversity, and what we hope to achieve today is to have a blueprint towards further informing our interventions in promoting peace building and good governance in Sierra Leone, as well as women and youth empowerment.
Forget the updates and overview of the project and how far the projects don't go. The Chief of Party, Mr. Samuel Koma, talk say the projects they operate in 5 districts them, Usai Yone Salone they manage Kono and Western District, Campaign for Good Governance na Karine and Wofrad we based na Makeni.
We are operating in 5 districts. We have Sierra Leone managing Kono and Western Rural District, and we have Campaign for Good Governance in Karine and also in charge of the national activities. We have Wofrad based in Makeni, Bombani District, implementing this project there, and we have another organization called ABC Development based in Cambia. So we as Trocare, we implement this project through these partners.
Samuel Koma talk say the project gets an overall goal and for contributes to the prevention and mitigation of politically motivated violence through the people to people project, and he say the project gets specific objective them.
We have the overall goal here. It's contribute to the prevention and mitigation of politically motivated violence through the people to people peace building approaches. It has a specific objective, that is empowering women and youth to have increased voice and leadership. So that's the bottom, that's the focus for this project. We want to see at the end of this project, women and youth have increased voice and leadership as peace builders in their various communities.
Isenwiso talk say, from 2018 to 2023, recent political trends them still suggest say political motivated violence still exists in the country.
From 2018 to 2023, we've seen that recent political trends still suggest that politically motivated violence persists in Sierra Leone. Secondly, the current context is also characterized by weak peace infrastructure. So those infrastructure that we think should be managing peace at local and national level, we thought they are looking very weak. And when somebody is weak, there's something wrong. The economic and livelihood opportunity of women and youth across the country remain limited, and they face significant barriers, including stigmatization, discrimination, and high level of unemployment.
Where even they talk, Boyma Miller, when are the finance officer for Women's Forum, talk say Women's Forum Salone don't they play important role for advance the status and welfare of women them in the country, and all waiting and they do align with the people to people project.
The Women's Forum Sierra Leone playing a significant role in advancing the status and welfare of women. The forum has collaborated with the government on various legislative measures to ensure gender parity, including the recent Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Bill, which mandates at least 30% representation of women in several key sectors. Women's Forum Sierra Leone has participated in high-level peace building and advocacy efforts, such as attending international forums and collaborating with other networks like the Mano River Women Peace Network, Mawufnet. These efforts highlight our ongoing commitment to peace and stability in Sierra Leone and the broader West Africa region.
And the representative from the Independence for Peace and National Cohesion been gets this for say.
Through the concerted efforts of the government of Sierra Leone and various stakeholders, particularly through the establishment of the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, we have embarked on a transformative journey towards sustainable peace and